Alright, we're back again. We're going to make another recipe. Today we're going to try and make some Indian tacos. This is how we make them. And the recipe, I'm going to put it down in the description box, so don't worry about trying to write all this down right now. I'll give you the recipe for all of the steps that we do. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start off with 2 cups of all-purpose flour in our bowl. We're going to add some sugar, salt, baking powder. Let's get this stirred up a little bit. Okay, and now we have 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. We're going to add this to 1 cup. We're going to start off with 1 cup of warm water. We're going to give this a little mix in the water, get it mixed in as best we can. Okay, let's go ahead and pour the rest of this 1 cup in. We may need more. We'll just see how this does. We're trying to get this mixed into a... It's going to be kind of a wet dough at first, but we're going to put some more flour on our board here and knead that in. Okay, let me move this to the side, and we're going to put some flour on our board here. We'll start with that. Okay, let's get our wet dough scooped into this. Okay, time to get our hands a little dirty. Put a little bit more flour on top. We want to get this worked in until we have a dough that we can work with, that we can pick up and work into a nice little bread dough. Might take a little bit. Okay, we're gonna cut the camera off. Let me work with this a little bit, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. All right, we're back. We got the dough into a nice ball. What we're gonna do now is we'll go ahead and put the dough back in the same bowl. We're gonna cover it with a dish towel, and we're gonna let this rest for about 30 minutes. And when we come back, we'll start making the dough balls for the breads, and we'll show you how we fry them up. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back. It's been about 30 minutes. The dough's rested. Let's put a little flour on our board here. Our dough's still just a little bit sticky, but that's okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this up equally for our individual breads. I think we're going to make 4 out of this one. What we'll do is we'll start getting them flat. Stretch them out. Okay. When we come right back, we'll be over at the stove and we'll be frying these up. Be back in a minute. Alright folks, we're ready to fry our bread. I just wanted to let you know that we have about 3/4 to an inch of this lard in our 10-inch skillet. Some people use Crisco, but we have lard. And how we tell if the dough is ready, or if the oil is ready, we get a small little pinch of dough and we drop it in. See how it sizzles? We know it's ready. So here we go with our first bread. This is very hot and it can be dangerous, so be careful. I always put a little hole in the middle of the bread. My mother always did that. She said it just helped it to cook a little more even. You want enough oil in your skillet to where your dough will somewhat float, and you just keep it moving so it's not to burn. We'll film this whole process on this slice, on this piece, so you see what it takes. Then I'll cook the rest of them off camera, and then when we come back, we'll make our toppings. And as you can see, it starts puffing up nicely. There's no yeast or anything in the dough. It's the baking powder that helps the bread puff up, and it's very soft and fluffy. Just keep your bread moving. You're looking for a nice golden brown on the bottom. Let's take a quick peek at it and see what it looks like. Almost there, just a little bit longer, and we'll flip this over, and it cooks very fast after that, because the bread's mostly cooked now. We're just waiting to brown the other side. Just be very careful with this, because that oil is probably 300, 325, 350, somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, I'm gonna flip it. There we go. Let's let that brown. I'll show you what the other side needs to look like. And we'll go ahead and we'll fry the other 3 off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll show you guys the toppings that we like to put on it. Just remember, keep your bread moving so it don't burn in any spots on the bottom. There's probably a dozen or more different fry bread recipes, but this is the one that my mother taught me. She was full-blooded Kiowa and Comanche, so we know a little bit about it. All right, let's check the bottom. A little bit more, not quite brown. It does take a little time, but it's very worth the effort. Check it frequently because it don't take long and it will burn. All right, I believe this one is ready. Carefully pick it up, let some of the oil drain off. And we always have a bowl with some paper towels in it to help drain the rest. And that's how you fry it. And we'll come back after a bit after I get all these cooked and we'll show you the rest. All right, we're back. We got 2 pounds of hamburger meat, 80-20. Getting this all broke up. We're gonna get this brown. We got a few other ingredients we're gonna put in. Check this out. We got our fry bread finished. So we will come back when this meat is done and we'll show you what other ingredients we're going to put in, and then they'll be ready to plate it up. We'll be back in a moment. All right, we're back. We're going to put the rest of our ingredients in here. We got our meat drained. This is taco seasoning. I'll put the amounts in the description. Excuse the dog. She likes the smell of this too. This is ranch beans. Pepper. Let's get this all stirred in. Let it heat through. You can add more beans if you like more beans. This is just about the amount that we like, about 1 can. All right, let us get this heated completely up and then we'll be back putting it together. All right, everybody, we finally got all of our components done. Got us a nice fry bread. Let's start out with some meat, lots of meat and beans. Okay, now we're going to put some shredded lettuce. Let's do a little tomato. Got to have some shredded cheese. And I like sour cream, just a little dollop. I like some good chunky salsa, and I like a little bit of avocado salsa on mine. There you have it, folks. One Indian taco. Not too hard to make, just a bunch of little steps. Hope you'll try it. Thank you for watching our video. Hope you'll give us a comment, maybe subscribe. We'd appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.